Well, it's official. I need some glasses. So it turns out that when I was doing yesterday's video and I got to the update and thought, okay, that's it, we're done for the day. Yeah, there was actually a few more. Well, quite a few more after that anyway. So we've now got them today for you. So first up is Wholesale. This is by Zolozok, 77.77 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu under sale points because, well, to be fair, we had this out on 22 and it was a sale point. It was great. You could sell everything. But now we've got a couple of different versions. So we've got the main building, as you was expecting, no problem. It's going to cost you 25 grand. If you don't fancy that building and you fancy putting it, I don't know, in something else, well, we've now got this one here for £1 grand. That's all right. And if you fancy just having somewhere to sell your wood, we've got this one here, which is also £1 grand. But to be fair, yeah, I've had it, particularly on Hutan Pantai, where you can't sell the rice saplings. Well, not for a decent price anyway. Yeah, having something where you can sell anything is always going to be a winner. So you got a loading in point for there. That's going to be for your loose stuff, so your grain crops and all that. And you come over here, you got your sow wood icon. We've got a spanner there, mind you. That's going to be a workshop for you. Okay, no problem. So does that mean you're going to load your wood in there? Or into this one, potentially? Or is that going to be a pallets? I mean, we've got a sow point there. Alright, fair enough. And another hatch marking area here as well. Now, there is a buy point as well. Well, so that means that pipe there, that's a taking out point, isn't it? So you're going to be able to buy liquid stuff from there. That means this bit is going to be your pallet spawn point. But when you buy the pallets on this bit here, let's have a little look. Oh, yes, indeed. Right, so let's go buy a pallet of those. Thank you very much. Then there we are. There's a pallet. Now, can we lift them? That's an interesting thing. Yes, we can. If you've got the liftable pallets mod, it works along with this one. Oh, that's ace. That is ace indeed. Now, to be fair, this one does take up a little bit of space. So if you fancy something a little bit more, smaller, well, we've got this one here. Now, this is just a sell point, so you are going to be dumping your stuff here. You're not going to be able to buy from it, mind you. So you just lift that up, dump it in, and you have got a sell wood icon just there. And then we've got this one, which is just straight up for your wood. So bring your wood in, and then hit that spanner, well, I'd say spanner, exclamation point, and then sell your wood off. That being said, I mean, this one, put it in anywhere, put it in any building, whatever. You got yourself another farmer's market, let's face it. And then this one over here, buy anything, sell anything. That is awesome. Right, next up is Garden Lights Pack. This is by Agro Sketch, 0.75 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under lights as well. Where else would they be? So the first one is going to be the little one on the end there, 350 to buy. We then got another one for 350. That's slightly slimmer on the old cylindrical style. We then got the taller one just there. That's going to cost you 350. And we then got this one, which, to be fair, it's going to cost you £1 grand. Looks more like an outer, I don't know, padding. You want to call it that? Maybe something like, in case someone crashes into it or whatever. But it's actually got a light up the top here. I'm going to pop up a picture now of what it looks like at night. You potentially could decorate your driveway like a landing strip of an airport. But alright, they're fair enough. They're alright, they are. Right, next up is Large Package of Houses. This is by Radrot Play, 90.18 megabyte on the download. And it says Large Pack of Houses. On the icon, it says 9+. All these houses are in the pack. Dear, oh dear. Right, so we're starting off. We've got this one there for 150 grand. Then come down and we got this one for 120 grand. We got this one for 120 grand. We got this one here, which is very cheap, 10 grand. That's not bad. We then got this one here for 120 grand. We then come down and got that one for 60. That one is going to be 85. We then got 100 grand for that one, 70 for that one. One with a little bit of a garage on the go for 90. And we spin it around this side, so we've got 80 grand for that one. And then we've got 80 grand for that one. And then 60 grand for that one. Now, all these houses that you can't go inside them. So you got your sleep trigger, you got your wardrobe trigger at the front, out the back, out the sides. They are technically decorations. We'll go down that road anyway. But to be fair, they look all right. I mean, at the end of the day, this game is all about work in the field, not having to sit around in your front room. And they look all right. Next up is Header Rack Pack. This is by FSG Modding and FSG Tasman. 9.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under tools. Now, obviously, you know, you've got some headers, you think, oh, I don't want to store them on the ground. I want to use my trailer for something else. Well, put one of these down at your farm, and you got a specifically designed area for your headers to go in. Now, we've got this one for 15 grand, which has got, well, you could get 3 on there, to be fair. 1 on the bottom, then 2 on the racks. That's what you want to call it. We then got the middle one there. That's going to be 15 grand also. That's only going to hold 2. We then got a slightly taller one also for 15 grand. That's going to hold 3. And then the last one is going to be 5 grand. That's going to hold 2 as well. Now, if you go for any of the ones that have got a roof on, you do have the option to change the colour of the roof. So if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, you know what we're going to do. It's going to be done though, isn't it? Now, there is no option to lower the arms down, fingers, whatever you want to call them. So you will need something like, I don't know, wheel loader. Maybe like a really sturdy forklift truck to lift them up, mind you. But, alright, fair enough. Well, next up is Shelf Storage Pack. This is by Mad Dog Design. 13.68 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under decorations and others. Now, we've got a few in this one. So first up, we've got the all-enclosed brick-built shelf racking system. So just there, 10.5 grand to buy. You then got the next one, which is double width, 6.5 grand to buy. We then got single width, 3.5 grand. We then got double length. Oh, is that double length or is that double width? Well, we'll go with double length anyway, 7.5 grand. We then got an even longer version for 8 grand. And then we've got the really long and double wide there for 8 grand as well. Obviously, you know, front loaded tools, maybe bags of, you know, bags of feed or whatever, pallets, maybe even some bales if you really wanted to. Obviously, put these in potentially a building, outside of a building, that sort of thing. Just somewhere for you to store your stuff. Oh, why not? Well, next up is Mini Biogas Plant. This is by Disturb Simulation, 17.39 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under factories. Now, we've got 4 different versions, although technically we've got 2. So we've got the standard one, which is 55 grand. We've also got a faster version. That's all right. We then come down and we've got the Concrete Cow and a Concrete Cow faster version. Now, from the outside, they all look the same. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So you've got your loading in point for your solid stuff. You've got your taking output for your digestate from the pipe. And then you've got your loading in point for your slurry just there. Now, they're all the same on that situation. But when you come into it, so we've got the original biogas one there. So you've got your standard stuff going in. So you've got your digestate, your electric charge, which is interesting as an input. All right, fair enough. Manure, methane, potatoes, silage, slurry, straw, sugar beet cut. But obviously you can make methane and electric charge. So you're going to have like a multi-stage sort of thing. So you've got digestate going in. Well, you got straw going into that one. And then that makes digestate, methane and electric, which you can then make other things from. Really? I mean, we've got random things here. So you've got electric used just to sell electricity. So you've basically got to make the stuff. So you put your slurry in for that recipe. You're going to get digestate, methane, and electric out. You've got to have that running. And you then got to have the stuff just to be sold off as well. All right, interesting. Now, on the standard one, it's going to run at 240 cycles per month. But if you go to the fast version, it runs at 2,400 a month. Wow, that's like 10 times. I mean, you're going to need to put a lot more stuff in, mind you, but it's still 10 times. Why not? Why not indeed? I mean, you're going to blast through your stuff, don't get me wrong. All right, fair enough. Still not quite sure what the concrete cow part is, mind you, because you've got the fast one or the standard one. They all look the same, but why not? I mean, it's quite small footprint as well, so that's all right. Yeah, get one on the go. And next up is the GDR Bunkersilo. This is by Hellraiser, 6.72 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under silos. So it's going to cost you 10 grand to place down. And it's got that look to it, the used, a little bit dirty. You know, you've seen a few cycles of silage going through this one. I mean, it's fairly big as well. Obviously, you can chuck a load of stuff in here, get it all compacted. I mean, you just see there, you can see the line on the wall where you've had your silage fermenting up against it. Oh, fair enough. My next up is WeightPack 650-900. This is by Schwaben Gamer and Kilios, 2.01 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find them underweight. So first off, we've got the 900 kilo weight. It's going to cost you 1,200 to buy. You do have the options of warning stripes, yes or no. Puts those on the front like that. Then you've got attachers. So you've got standard, 3-point, or standard, so you can have a weight on and also have a 3-point as well, so you're not sort of having to pick one or the other. That is all right. You then got your main color, which is going to be anything you like. Let's face it, you've got the unlimited color mod on your golden, then you got your warning stripe color, which again can be anything you like. Oh, why not? Now, if you didn't fancy that and fancy something a little bit more homemade, well, we've got the 650 that looks like an oil barrel with a couple of stems mounted on the side. Why not? 650 kilo weight on this one, 800 to buy. You do have the option of rope, yes or no, so puts that there like that. And you can change the main colour of the barrel itself to whatever you like. Why not? Well, next up is the Tenwinkel weight package. This is by Vertex Design, 7.77 megabyte on the download, and they're going to be under weights. Now, there's quite a few to this pack. So the first one is going to be the 900 kilo weight, 690 to buy. You do have the option of coupling, yes or no. So that's going to put a little trailer hitch up front. That's all right. Then you've got your design colour. Again, anything you like. Why not? Now, if you didn't fancy that one and fancy this one, because it's a little bit heavier, 1,250 kilo. Yeah, 890 to buy. Same options as before. If you didn't fancy that one and fancied something a little bit bigger again, 1.5 ton on the 1450. Again, coupling or not, change the colour. If you fancy something a little bit of a different shape, we've got the drive-in 800. That starts off at 800 kilo, goes to 1,200, 1,400, and then back to 800. So you can have it as 1.4 ton if you like. And you've got the option to change the colour as well. Didn't fancy that one, fancied something a little bit heavier. We'll go with this one. So it starts off at 1 ton, 1.2, 1.4, and then back to 1 ton. Again, you can change the colour if you wanted to. And we'll come down to the bottom row. So you've got the FP600, so 600 kilo weight on this one, and you've got the option to change the colour. You then move on to the FP800. That's going to be 600. Have I clicked on the same one? FP800. Still saying 600 kilo on that one. But then the FP600 was also 600 kilo. I mean, don't get me wrong, slightly different shape potentially, but the FP900 is saying 600 kilo, and then the FP1000 is also saying 600 kilo. I mean, to be fair, they look very similar. I mean, the size looks the same. Well, no, the size looks different, sorry, but the weight stays the same. Interesting. Just wonder if that needs an update. But all right, if you need a 600 kilo weight, I mean, you're golden. Right, next up is Storage Pallets. This is by DS Power, 2.96 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under Pallets. Now, got two different versions in this pack. So first off is going to be your cage ones, 2,500 litre capacity. So they're going to cost you 500. There is no options on it at the minute. Yeah, I'll say that because this is how this one comes. A little bit rusty. That's all right. But if you didn't fancy that one, well, we've got 3 other colours. So you can have like a goldy rusty one. We've got a red metal rusty one. We've then got a blue metal rusty one. And then to finish it off, we've got the green metal rusty one. Now, obviously, these are not going to hold your loose crop. It's going to be doing your silage stuff. So your straw, your hay, your grass, potatoes, wood chips, and your sugar cane. If you want it to hold actual loose crop, you need to go with one of these. The old metal box. This is going to hold all the loose stuff. 5,000 litre capacity on this one. £1,000 to buy. Again, no options. So you've got a blue version. We then come down and we've got a red version. And then we've got the green version to fill it off. Now, Obviously, they look great. You probably are going to need like a forklift truck, because there doesn't seem to be any attaching points for your tractor or whatever. But yeah, oh, no problem. I mean, if you want to have a little bit of a storage thing, you got some pallets on the go. You didn't really want to keep 100 pallets on the go. Yeah, well, you can get 5 pallets into one of these. Being said, I mean, it's loose stuff. Does it hold any of the production chain stuff? I mean, the stuff cycle along the bottom. No, it is going to be loose stuff. All right, fair enough. I mean, still 5,000 litre capacity. That's all right. Well, next up is Diesel Pallet. This is by DS Power, 1.58 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under pallets as well. So the first one is the 1,000 litres. So 1,000 litres of diesel on this pallet in the old jerry cans. It's going to cost you 500 to buy. Now, if you're thinking, I may need a bit more than 1,000 litres, well, they got you covered, because there's a 4,000 litre pallet as well. Looks the same size. It's going to cost you 4 times as much as you would imagine, but obviously it's got 4,000 litres of diesel in. I mean, it's always handy having jerry cans around, especially if you get caught short. There's always going to be those times where you've run out of diesel, you just forget, or, you're playing a bit of Russian roulette with the fuel tank. Oh, fair enough. Well, next up is the homemade liquid tank. This is by Tomsky, 2.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under animals. Now, this is going to do all your standard liquid stuff. So your herbicide, your liquid fertilizer, your milk, your water, blah, blah, all that sort of thing. It's only going to cost you £1,000. I mean, it's only going to hold 1,000 litres, so you're not going to be doing massive liquid movements. But, you do what you like, though, isn't it? So you got your design colour, again, can be anything you like. It's going to do the frame. Then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Yeah, fairly simple. I mean, it'll do you well just to have one of these knocking around. Just a bit of water in just to fill up your animal pens. Very nice. And the last of the mods that I missed out yesterday is the Fortschritt B365 AO3. This is by Kowakolski, 9.61 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this requires 100 horsepower from your tractor, 3 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you £2,000. You do have the option of rollers. You can put that one on back. The B477 AO1 with reflectors. All right, so little reflector triangles on the top. Or nothing. Then got decals. Where are the decals? On the top supporting bit. Yes or no. Wheels on the right, on the left, both of them, or nothing. Then got your frame colour. Let's do it. There you are. Does the frame. The roller frame. Oh, we need to have the roller on there, don't we? There we are. So put the roller on. So the roller frame itself. So we'll go for blue. Does that bit. The roller itself, there we are, go the yellow, there we are, does that bit. And then the time colours on the end, we'll go for light green. There we are. I mean, 3 metre, obviously, is going to be for your small farming shenanigans, unless you've got 1 billion hours to waste on a massive field. But, that's all right. Small farming's fine. So now we've got yesterday's mishap out the way, and to be fair, big shout out to Will Gaming 7282 for letting me know I missed some mods. Fair play to you, lad, fair play. We'll move on with today's mods. So we've got Medium Garage. This is by Tomsky, 12.43 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. So £10,000 to place down. I'm liking the texture on that. The old concrete wall there, that looks ace. Oh, I do like that. That's all right. So come over here, open up the doors like that, and then obviously once inside, no problem. I mean, you're not going to store massive equipment in here. Maybe use it like a carport, maybe some bales or pallets, that sort of thing. But that looks ace. Well, next up is 3 Stars Workshop. This is by ICAS, 14.39 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tool because it's a giant workshop. And to be fair, this is ace. So you got the 150 grand price tag, but you can change, I'm going to say the colour. I mean, it changes the bottom portion. So where it's white at the bottom there, it will change to, as we've got it, pink. Fair enough, but this is a great workshop. I mean, you've got this door at the front, which is huge. I mean, can we get on? Just push me out the way. Oh, it does. We can ride the roof off. Ride the door off. There you are. I mean, if you wanted to clean your 3 stars jobs, you couldn't just use the door as a lift. I mean, you have got a small side door just there for you. And once you get inside, I mean, this thing's huge. huge inside of me. You got light switches by the door. You got some racking already in there for storing some stuff. That is awesome. And then we'll come around here. There's your workshop trigger by the old workbench. You got side doors that open as well. You got another massive door there. Not sure which one's bigger actually. I mean, this one's actually wider. You could easily get pretty much any harvester with the header still attached on it. No problem. I mean, just look at the expanse in this building. That is a... Oh, I do like this. I do like this indeed. Now, you come over here as well. Currently, we've got the Canadian flag because my daughter's properly into ice hockey at the minute and she likes the old Toronto Maple Leafs. But if you didn't fancy that one, you could have the option to turn that to the American flag. Entirely up to you. We'll stay with the Canada one so my daughter doesn't shout at me. But that is a brilliant shed, garage, workshop, behemoth of a building. That is awesome. And next up is American Midwest Maintenance Shop, again by ICAS, 12.58 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find that again under tools because it's also a workshop as well. Now with this one you can change the colour option, but it's going to change pretty much the whole building. So if you go like that, there we are. It's like the complete opposite of the previous one. Alright, no problem. Now obviously you can come in like this, go for the side door like that, open up the door, and we got a little bit of a storage area in here, a little side door on the go, roller shutter door just there, and you got these stairs. We're going to go up there. There we are, up the stairs like that. Plenty of space on the go. I mean, it's like a showroom. You can watch over your vehicles being worked on. I mean, this floor looks very posh. That is something you'd see in like a Mercedes or a BMW. I mean, like an Aston Martin dealership. That is it. Can we jump down? Oh, we can. Ah, there we are. So once you've gone upstairs and then come back down, obviously you'd come through this little door here into the main workshop. You got side doors, you got end doors, you got more side doors just there, you got your workshop trigger just there, and obviously we've got this big door at the front. And there we are, plenty of space for you to get in. And to be fair, like the previous one, I'm thinking you could get most harvesters with their headers on. Oh indeed. Oh, got a light switch here. Turn the lights on. Yes, we have. Oh, fair enough. I mean, ICAS makes some great sheds, garages, workshops, whatever you want to call it. But to be fair, these two today, they're awesome. When you come down this side, got a little wash bay as well, and you can get to it directly through that door. ICAS just makes brilliant sheds. I mean, the floor just looks very posh. Oh, how nice. Well, next up is Selfmade Concrete Weight. This is by Michael LS, 0.98 megabyte on the download, and it's going to be underweight, so as you can well imagine. Now, 800 kilo is what it's going to weigh, 500 is what it's going to cost you, and you have the option of reflectors, big, small, or nothing. Go for the big so people can see you come in. And then you got your option of design colour. Again, look at that, pastel pink concrete. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Not sure what sort of dye you'd put into that to turn it that colour, but all right, no worries. Right, next up is Skid Steer Bumper Hitch Adapter. This is by Mr. Boomlastic, Buckeye State Farms and Ford Man 4090. 10.18 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the Skid Steer Loader Tools. Now, it's going to cost you $550 to buy, and it's for the person that's got a skid steer loader and like some headed trailers or any sort of trailer like that, and they think, do you know what, I don't want to hitch up my tractor, I just want to move it around my skid steer. You know, your tractor could be out in the field with a worker or whatever, you got a skid steer knocking around not doing much, yeah, bang one of these on the front, you can move your trailers around. Well, the last mod for the day is the John Deere T-Series and 600X headers. This is by GEF25, 52.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under harvesters. Now, it starts off with a 305 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 10,000 litre capacity on the old grain tank for 263.5 grand to buy. You can then change that, and it goes to 387 horsepower, and then go to 387 horsepower with 11,000 litre grain tank. We then go to the 455 horsepower. We then go to the 305 against the 455 with 11,000 litre grain tank is the biggest version you're going to get of this. You then got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, Mitas, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg. And yes, we got some tracks. Our tracks for the win. I mean, got different styles of tracks as well. That's all right. Then got straw distribution width. So this is going to be around the back, the old straw spreader. So you've got 5 meters, 6 meters, 7 meter, 8 meter, 9 meter, 10, 11, wow, all the way up to 12. So obviously, if you're not got the straw swath enabled, it's going to spit out the straw to a 12-meter arc out the back of your harvester. Why not? Then you've got beacon lights. We've got standard. Then got double flash or standard. Pipe is going to be 5.2 meters, 5.6, 6.5, 6.5 foldable, and then back to your 5.2. So if you're going to go for a big harvester header, yeah, maybe get the bigger one, the 6.5 meter pipe. All right, no problem. Now, talking of harvester headers, we've got two here. So first up, we've got the 630X, 9.2 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 59,600 to buy. Obviously, hook up to the front, no problem. Job's a good one. Now, if you think it's a little bit small, well, they've got the 935X, which is 10.7 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed for 69, nice, 1,700 to buy. Now, there is one thing I will note about these two harvester headers. There is no inbuilt trailer. So we need some sort of header trailer or maybe like a low loader to put it on, transport it around, that sort of thing, because you are going to get hooked up on things. When I moved this around to get my old thumbnail for this video, I got it stuck on the bridge coming out the shop. Alright, no problem. That is a great harvester. I mean, to be fair, go for the tracks. Tracks are always better. That just looks awesome. We do have one update for today. So we've got Cowbarn XL by FSG Modding and FSG Tasman.